Hey guys, it's Jennifer John Gabiola, and welcome to video 11 in my video series called 20 Looks and Outlooks for 2020. This one is a special one. April is National Poetry Month, so I wanted to do something special for you for this video and actually do a poetry reading to help just offer some encouraging words, especially during this time with the pandemic. It felt like good timing just to share some encouraging words of hope and support and love because we're all navigating this new normal together. So the purpose of this video series as a reminder is to really help you feel deeply aligned with who you are from the inside out so you can really thrive in your life and business. So I hope you've been enjoying my series so far. So again, I'm going to be sharing my I Am poem. It's actually my favorite poem. And it's tied to my look today. So let me show you what I'm wearing today. I'm calling this look Dawn. For those of you that don't know, my middle name is Dawn, and so that's the reason why I named my business Dawning Soul. A really good friend of mine suggested I name my business Dawning Soul because of obviously my middle name, but I really love the word dawn because it means new beginning. You're always ever evolving, and so it just felt really right to name my business that, but also name this particular outfit Dawn, because of the spirit of this video is really to remind you that every day you have the choice to really make your life move forward based on who you are every day. Every day you have a choice to become brand new. So let me show you the outfit. So I'm wearing my I Am Poetic tee, and this is the poem I'll be reading to you. And these are these cool tribal pants that I'm calling Dawn. They're really comfy. And the pants are really comfortable. They're vintage, and I thought they looked really cute with this poetic top. This is actually how I started my business 10 years ago. I used to be a very successful design director, and I lost my job and was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. And so the divine download I received from God was to put my personal poetry on t-shirts. And I remember my ego was like, what? How are you going to make money doing that? But at that time in my life, I realized like I had lost everything, so I had nothing to lose. So that's really how I started my journey, sharing my heart and putting my heartfelt words, which were always about like empowering. They're empowering words to help, especially like women, and now especially introverted leaders. Yeah, I just want to share that's actually how I started my journey, and so it feels very like a full circle moment that I'm sharing my I Am poem with you, because these words still ring true. It feels like a universal mantra. A friend of mine said that it really felt like a prayer, so I really hope when I share my poem with you that it really helps remind you of who you are and your ability to really create the life that you want, even during these times. I say especially during these times. So, because really the world needs you to show up and to share your heart, to share your truth, because we're all needed during this time. So, okay. let's get started. I'm excited to share my poem. Again, April is National Poetry Month, and it felt just timely to share this poem. So I'll be reading it from my poetry book here. Okay. So this poem is called I Am. I am flourishing, I am thriving, I am expanding, I am advancing. I am. I am here nor there. I am everywhere, pervading, sustaining, my thoughts formulating into an infinite state of my own creating. That's my absolute favorite piece from my book. I am. It's my most popular as far as all of my like poetic teas, and I feel like why it resonates for me and what I've heard from other people. It just feels like a universal mantra of remembering the core of who you are. That you are here, built to do something great. There's something inside you that's innate that cannot be overcome by anything outside of you. You have power to consciously create your life. You have something very special to give. And I feel like what's happening in the world right now, I feel like this poem is really timely and meaningful because nothing outside of you is meant to overcome you. Nothing. So even though on the surface everything feels very chaotic, and I'm not denying that things are difficult, I have days too where it feels harder than others. But what gives me a sense of peace and grace is to stay present and remember these words that I am built to thrive, I am built to flourish. We are all connected, and I will always, always have the ability to consciously create my life because I am a part of something greater than myself. Whether or not you believe in God, like for me it's God, but you can, if it's the universe or spirit or whatever you believe in, there is something greater that is guiding your steps. There's a greater force that is taking care of all of us, is guiding our steps one step at a time. So if we allow ourselves to have the faith and just take one small step at a time with our own discernment, we are moving towards something greater together, right? So that's what I wanted to remind you with this poem, just in general, especially with what's going on with the pandemic, is that I wanted to remind you first and foremost that the essence, the core of you can never be overcome. Your strength, your grace is eternal. Your beauty is eternal. Your voice is needed. Your body is strong. Your immune system is strong. There's so many people that love you, including me. Life is supporting all of us to rise and to figure out this together. This is unprecedented what's happening right now. But all we can do is stay present and listen to that small, still, quiet voice that's inside of all of us. I do feel like this self-quarantine time is meant to help us go inward and really listen to that quiet voice. It's easy to distract ourselves, but I really feel like this time is meant to help us listen, cultivate that relationship with ourselves, encourage ourselves, give ourselves what we need to sustain ourselves. And from that strong foundation, we can show up and share our voice, share our truth. I'm naturally a very private, reserved person. However, why I consistently show up is because God has graced me with so much healing. You know, I've gone through a ton of stuff in my life, especially the past few years. It's felt very difficult. And what I realized is that those times have actually helped me feel whole. And there's no coincidence that I feel more whole during this time. It's because I'm being called to be used for the greater good. I'm being called to share my voice and demonstrate more love, more light, more truth in my own way. And so all that healing has culminated into this. There's no coincidence that the timing of this, I feel like, um, just like I feel like introverts during this time, we're built for this time. We understand what's required of digging deep into your own inner world and finding that truth. And then what I feel like we're being called to do right now is to step forward, allow ourselves to speak, connect, support each other, support our direct community. You don't have to like try to reach the entire world, but do your part and not be afraid. Don't let your ego or your fears overcome you, because again, just like the poem said, you are greater than your fears. You are the conscious creator of your life. So I hope this poem reminds you of that sentiment, because it is the absolute truth. So I did want to share, I had this idea that came to me this week. I've actually, being in business for 10 years now, I've had a lot of people I featured on my blog wearing my I Am Poetic tee. And so what I thought it would be cool is, for those of you that already have your Dawning Soul Poetic tee, I'd love for you to share, with this poem, what the words mean to you. Like, what are you doing to cultivate joy in your life right now, peace? What are you doing to help remember who you are? I'd love for you to wear your shirt and take a pic and tag me and share what are you doing during this time to help remember who you are. And like, just to give you an example, like for me, as I've mentioned in my videos, cultivating beauty, surrounding myself with beauty, wearing things that really light up my spirit, that really helps me to feel really connected with the core of who I am. So would love to know what is giving you life during these times. What is giving you joy? What is helping you remember who you are? So, and for those of you that don't have one of my poetic teas and you'd like to participate, I'd love for this to feel like we're all doing this together, so we feel less alone, because community is so important during this time. I'll share my link to my Etsy shop, and then you can check out if you'd like to get one of my poetic teas. And then again, share your photo of you wearing your poetic tea with an outfit that really gives you a lot of joy, and share what are you doing to help remind you of who you truly are during this time. Okay, and again, just like with my other videos in the series, the vintage piece that I'm featuring is available for sale, and these tribal printed pants are called Dawn, and I'll put the info in the comments below as well. And a portion of the proceeds of those pieces that are sold will go to the Kobe and Vanessa Bryant Family Foundation, as well as the Mamba Sports Foundation, to further Kobe and Gigi's legacy in youth sports. I think that's it. So I hope you enjoyed my poetry reading with my I Am poem. Again, April is National Poetry Month, and I'm a poet and an artist at heart. So I love like being able to share something that's really close to my heart with all of you. I hope my I Am poem reminded you, and will continue to remind you, of how unique, special, and powerful you truly are. Okay, guys, I'll talk with you soon.